get the successful digital transformation, I think there's an environmental change that's really happening in a very big way. Of course, a lot of technology companies really driving our businesses. But if I have to tell you from a marketing lens, purely from an advertising or a marketing lens, what's happening is the shift's happening in outcomes, right? It's not about outputs. Second thing is the consumer is now become mobile. So whatever he does, everything is on mobile, thanks to our telecom operators who building up such a big base. And the new currency is data. So if you ask me what's the most important thing, I think it's all about data. It's all about the consumer data, which is his PII, or it's all about his anonymized data, be it whether it's his device ID or his cookie ID, whatever it is. I think one of the biggest challenge is, or rather was, marrying these two data currencies, right? So on one hand, we get our customers, for our clients, we get our customers' PII data, which is his physical name and address or whatever. And when we run our campaigns to address these audiences, we get the anonymized data. But I think one of the biggest challenges, marrying these two data points, his physical data as well as anonymizing, as well as his anonymized data. I think more than that, somewhere to build a real portrait of who this audience is, somewhere going forward also became one of the big challenges, which somehow we've managed to come up with a big solution on that. We've put a process to doing the right data collection, whether it's a device ID or a PII data, or whether it's a cookie, right? It's all centrally reposited into one single system. So I think that's the beginning. It's the first step of how do you really start this process and arrive at a great product. Then comes in was the data harmonization. After collecting in the data, how do you really harmonize it and really cut them basis certain demos or geos or any data sizes. Post that, you really create the audience cohorts or the consumer cohorts, whatever you want to call it, right? Because once you build these cohorts and really define who this customer is, he's a guy who's into golfing, who loves driving his Mercedes, who loves wearing a Raymond's, it becomes a great classification for me to really put that as a single audience cohort and then build lookalikes of those and then put them under one single thing. So the more I build audience cohorts for these clients, that's how it simplifies my processes, because for all my future marketing plans, all I need to do is just keep using the same cohorts that I've been trying to target, and it really gives a better ROI for most of the marketing efforts that we put in. We've built an actual system wherein it collects the information about the consumer, be it whether it's his physical ID or anonymous ID or his behavior pattern of how he's consuming media. We put it in a central DMP, which is our data management platform, build in cohorts, and it actually helps me get more information about who my consumer is. Basis the cohorts that we built really helps us retarget the same consumers whenever we want to come up with our own marketing campaigns. One of the biggest advantages is that I can actually build a predictive analysis of how much am I investing into my marketing efforts for the future and what could be my outcome, right? I think it also uniquely puts up a single dashboard to a marketer which says that this is the kind of investment I've done behind these advertising or audience cohorts, and this is the kind of output that I've got. So be it could be a product wise or a category wise or from a price point wise, right? So it's like some sort of a single depository which gives me a whole lot of intelligence, pulling it out of the data, that whatever that I put in, and it also tells me that how is my money going to help me generate a better ROI. I think day by day the importance for today a CDO is just increasing, and obviously be it whether it's a CDO or a CIO, today he's of immense importance for the sheer fact that everything is getting digitized today without any data, and that's what that particular person knows. That's what the CDO really knows, how to really pull out the data and really get the richness out of it, and that can be actually a great predictive stuff for the business, how the business is going to grow, right? So while there may be production behind that business, or there may be whatever goes in manufacturing and and all that, but end of the day, it's all about the data that really gives you predictive stuff. So to me, I think he's going to be one of the most important guys in the organizations.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.